Yo, what is up guys, it is Sam Phoenix or Mystical here today, and I am making a progress video, or an update video, or whatever I wanted to call them. Back in the days it was different, but yes, a progress video on the Iron Man. So it has been weird for me, because it's been one of those, I don't know whether I was coming back, I don't know how serious I was in the last video, and I don't know to what extent I'm back. All of those things were questions unanswered by me, and stuff that would still remained a question to myself even after uploading the last video. I didn't know whether or not I wanted to return back to YouTube. I didn't know whether or not I just wanted to play the game for now. I didn't know whether or not streaming was a real possibility. I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I was trying to figure it out, and I started by uploading a video and streaming for about a week. Now since that week, I've streamed... Oh, do I need a fucking light source, for God's sake? So I've streamed quite a lot after that first video, but since then I've been wrapping up stuff on World of Warcraft. Big player of that game myself, and it's been a case of finishing off the content so that I can focus on doing what I want to do on RuneScape. Now that's all finished now. The reason I'm making the update video at this point in time is not because of a specific milestone or something I've just completed. It's actually because the World of Warcraft content for now has finished, and I have some time to regain streaming and actually attempting to do YouTube and playing RuneScape for what it is, instead of just playing and not making any content. I want to see if I can entertain both avenues now and see where it goes with seeing which direction I can go with it. I'm still very much unsure, but it's one of those that I wanted to keep you up to date with what's going on the Iron Man, and to give you an update as to what's going on in terms of my decisions. And very much those decisions are still up in the air, but I'd like help from the people in the comment section and old-time viewers and perhaps new-time viewers to give me a sense of direction. Now, I'm struggling to do this live. It's been a long time since I've done any form of live commentating on this game. As you can see, really struggling in terms of keeping up with what I want to talk about and actually doing stuff in the game. So I'm going to stand still and I'm going to talk about things that I wanted to say. So first and foremost, before we go into the progress itself, this video very much will do that, so bear with me, is I wanted to explain the decisions of what's happened so far on the account and in my life and returning back to RuneScape. Won't go on about it for too long. Essentially, I stopped enjoying video games completely. So I haven't played, you guys will know this, the people who are still here, that I don't play games that I don't enjoy. It's why I stopped doing YouTube, it's why I stopped playing RuneScape as a whole, as I was enjoying World of Warcraft, I was enjoying other games I was playing at the time, Diablo and stuff back in the day, and people didn't want to watch the videos, so I didn't want to make the content, because I'm not going to make videos on games I'm not enjoying. Now, the reason for making the previous video is because I'd stopped, about a week prior to that, I'd stopped playing video games altogether. I wasn't playing World of Warcraft, I wasn't playing anything, and my brother had made a suggestion to me to at least do something to keep active on some form of game or another, to keep my mind occupied and keep doing stuff, no XP waste, so to speak. So I logged on to my Iron Man that I made in 2016, I believe, in the middle of the year, and all I did on the Iron Man was follow a Reddit guide that got me to the point of a quested account that had never trained any skills, basically. There's a few skills that I trained here and there, primarily at the time it was thieving. So I came back onto the account and I did a week's worth of fishing, and if you remember the previous video, I had 78 fishing. I was sat at the barbarian place doing barb fishing, and it was at this point in time that I realised that I was no longer just interested in AFKing on the game, which is what I'd done for the past week. I'd literally done 1 through 78 fishing, and I was at the point whereby I was entertaining the prospect of actually playing RuneScape again, which at the time I made that video, I wasn't, and only after making that video did I begin doing so. So this video I uploaded on June the 3rd, so we're talking 13 days ago, so just shy of 2 weeks ago I uploaded the video. I've done a lot. I've still been playing World of Warcraft daily to finish up with the end tier raiding, but I've done a lot on the account, and it's primarily been real progress. So I'll show you my stats now, but I just wanted to give you a general overview of what's going on in my life and the reasons for where we are right now. So as a brief explanation, before I go into any of the choices and whys and what we're doing here, but I've found a different experience of Iron Man so far, and this is the reason why I'm uploading this video. There was maybe never going to be an update video or a progress video, because I was never sure where the content direction was going to go. But Iron Man has been a totally different experience for me, and that's because it's a different way of playing the game. I've never had issues with cash on RuneScape before. I've never had issues of obtaining something, because there's always been a trade or a grand exchange, and if I wanted something I'd just go get it. That'd be the same for waking up on a Wednesday morning and deciding, oh, I'm sick of being 80 range, I'm going to get 99, so I'd buy 30k chins and prayer potions and go and do it. I was never lazy on what I was going to do, but I was never ever proactive in the way of doing it. I have learned so much in the past 2 weeks of playing this game I have never known, and it's been incredible. I have had no idea how to make dies, as an example. Like, I had no remembrance of how to do it. All the quests I've done, I've had no idea how to do them. Yeah, I've even been using guides and stuff, and like your standard stuff, but it's all new to me. How do I obtain these items which I can't just go and get from the Grand Exchange? And like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is super compost? Like, how do I make that? Like, it's been one of those things where everything you have to go backwards 7 steps to do it. So my goals were, at the end of the first video that I made, my inner goals, if I was going to come back to RuneScape, I had 3 goals. The first goal of which was to make an account have Barra's gloves, so RFD'd on at some point in time. The second goal, which was a very, very passive goal and was still relative to the video I just uploaded, was 99 fishing, which I'd stopped at that point in time to do everything else. The third goal was to get Jad done at some point, to aim for Jad stats. And the fourth goal, which was the goal I ended up doing first, was to aim for Monkey Madness at the time. Now, Monkey Madness, see, here's where it goes, here's where it breaks down. I'm sure anybody that's made an Iron Man or understands RuneScape understands where I'm going to go with this, but Monkey Madness, you need prayer. Well, I need prayer. I'm not a good enough player to not do it without prayer. So I needed 43 prayer. So if you look at the last video, I had 14 prayer at a time. So there's a big overhaul and changes made on my account purely to be able to get to the goal of Monkey Madness. I had to do everything. Now, I did complete Monkey Madness, and I completed a lot of quests to do Monkey Madness, all from unlocking the Ectofuntus and being able to bury my bones correctly to alleviate the pressure of how much bones you need to kill and how many dragons need to be slain. And I had to do so much more than just that. Once I finished Monkey Madness, my goal was like, okay, well, I'll train up my combat stats, because my combat stats were non-existent, which I've just got to 70, 70, 70, and I wanted to do it via Slayer. Now, to do it via Slayer, I instantly get a troll task, and when I get a troll task, I'm struggling to kill them, 1, because of my stats, but 2, because of a good location to do them. I needed to do Death Plateau if I wanted to even like try them, and the alternative was, oh hey, if I start Fremenic Isles and do trials, I can do the Ranger trolls that you can get the Fremenic Shield for. So now I'm on the process of working up the stat requirements for Fremenic Isles, which has got a woodcutting requirement and I think it was a crafting requirement as well. So I've done the crafting requirement, now working on the woodcutting requirement when I'm not at work. So everything in Iron Man you have to work backwards from, and it's fantastic. I've never had this sort of like love and passion for the game again. It's really been sparked up, which is really fun. It's a different approach to the game. I've always sort of, as selfish and weird as it sounds, I've always just sort of had what I've wanted on RuneScape. I've made it work. If I needed D-claws and I didn't have them, 9 times out of 10 someone would go, oh well, use my D-claws for a video, and I would have that, and probably in the in the making of the video would make enough money to have a set of my own back in the day. So it's always been a case of I've never really struggled to have access to whatever I would want, and if I went back to a regular old school account now, I don't think I would have a problem getting the stuff I want either. It's never really going to be an issue to me, and it never has been. So playing basically a single player account has really been an experience where I've learnt a part of the game I never knew. So as much as I'm returning back to a game I've played for years and years and years, I'm going down avenues and paths that I've never explored before, and I'm learning stuff about this game that I didn't even know was possible. And believe it or not, you might never believe this, I had a quest cape on the old RuneScape, but I'd never really used them other than outside the quests themselves. I had never really had an experience using fairy rings before until playing on my Iron Man, and just how quickly you can get around the map using just a fucking Drayman staff. Like, I didn't know these things, and like watching people like Adam and stuff, and all the other streamers that do the same stuff, Tom, all the other people that I watch on a frequent basis, they use it as if it's like a jewel ring. They just use it naturally because they know all the codes and they know where it's going to take them. But like, I'm slowly but surely learning that, and it's been a new learning curve and a new experience. It's really fun to me. So as I said to you a couple minutes ago, every single goal I get set back by stat requirements or requiring a certain item. Even just the clue scrolls now. The other day I got an elite clue scroll and I got 7 steps into it with absolutely 0 stats. The RNG was flying. Now I'm required to get a bob shirt and mystic top and bottoms. So I'm going to have to get a mage up at some point. I want to do Barrows, which also is going to require mage, but then do you do Barrows before unlocking the Barrows teleport options and stuff, which also will have quest requirements? So it's one of those, every time you think of something you can do, you got 57 steps that you have to go backwards to achieve that goal, and I'm really loving that kind of progress. So as much as this is a very strange version of a progress video as an update video, and I don't know how many people are going to watch it, really not sure if I've got some form of following or base, but if I do, you know, I'm really not sure how I'm going to go in what direction with update videos, whether or not it's just going to be 2 weeks of no update videos, then me standing around in the dog shan mines telling you what's been going on. I've no idea whether or not it's going to be something like what Max or Eco used to do, which was music really well edited, crammed clips from VODs of streams and stuff he's clipped together. I'm really not sure about the process I'm going to do it, but for now I just wanted to give you a general overview of where I've been and where I'm going in terms of the game. And right now the goal is Barrow's Gloves. So I'm going to try, because I've been working towards it, I'm getting all my stats up and stuff, and currently doing my range, hence being here. I want to get Fremenic Isles done so I can do my Trolls task, and once I've done my Trolls task efficiently doing the thing to get out, because you can get Granite Shields and stuff from those as drops as well, so once I've finished that task and got a few Slayer levels, and that's out of the way, I'm going to push for Barrow's Gloves this weekend, and over the course of the earlier parts of next week. So that's where the account will be going towards. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be streaming as much as possible, as much as I can fit into my time schedule. So if you would go ahead and drop a follow on the stream, or you can follow me on Twitter. They're both the same, so my Twitter and stream are both Particle TV, Particl TV. The link will be in the description. You can follow me on Twitter, or you can follow me on Twitch directly. I'm going to be streaming as much as possible and trying to interact and keep the streams entertaining. It's quite difficult at the lower stages of an Iron Man without following to make entertaining streams, but I'm going to do my best. So if you want to follow me on there, I'm going to be starting streaming after work today, which is in about 3 or 4 hours, so I'll be there. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully you can post in the comments which kind of direction you'd suggest my account, or even the videos I'm making, and what you expect and hope to see from me as a content producer. But yeah, I'm back, guys, and would always love to have you in my friends chat. It's just IVIystical if you want to come ahead and join. Would love to speak to some of you. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.